The U.S. Navy's unmanned underwater warfare. Have you ever wondered what the future of naval warfare looks like? It's silent, invisible, and already lurking beneath the waves. As global powers race to dominate the seas, a new front has emerged, one that can't be seen from satellites or surface ships. The United States Navy is investing billions in unmanned underwater vehicles, autonomous machines capable of patrolling vast ocean depths, gathering intelligence, and even carrying out lethal missions without a single sailor on board. These aren't just tools. They're a new breed of weapon. Fast, smart, and tireless. In this video, we take you beneath the surface, into the secretive world of unmanned underwater warfare. We'll uncover the technology driving this revolution, the missions already underway, and what it all means for the future of global security. The new battlefield. The underwater domain, for centuries, naval supremacy meant controlling the surface. Aircraft carriers, destroyers, and submarines dominated the conversation. But in today's world, it's what lies beneath the surface that matters most. The undersea domain has become one of the most strategically valuable and contested areas in modern warfare. From stealthy submarine movements to critical undersea cables that power the global internet, the ocean floor is a theater of immense geopolitical importance. But traditional naval platforms face limitations. Submarines are costly, manned, and limited in endurance. Human crews need rest, oxygen, food. Communications are slow, and detection risks are rising with new sonar and satellite tech. Enter unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, robotic platforms designed to operate silently, persistently, and without human life on board. The U.S. Navy has identified these machines as essential to maintaining undersea dominance. They can monitor choke points, map the seabed, detect enemy movement, and perform surveillance for weeks without surfacing. In an age where great power competition is heating up, especially in the Pacific and Arctic regions, the underwater space is the new chessboard, and unmanned systems are becoming the most versatile pieces on it. The shift is clear. To dominate the future, you must master the deep. A glimpse into the future of warfare. UUV capabilities. The ocean is vast, dark, and hostile, making it the perfect domain for stealth and surprise. And that's exactly where unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, thrive. There are two primary types of UUVs shaping this new era of naval warfare. Autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, fully independent systems that operate on pre-programmed routes and use onboard sensors and AI to make decisions without real-time human input. Remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, tethered or wirelessly connected to human controllers, used for tasks requiring precision or real-time oversight. Each has unique strengths. AUVs offer endurance and stealth, capable of traversing hundreds of kilometers while remaining undetected. ROVs, meanwhile, excel in deep-sea tasks like undersea construction, mine neutralization, and cable inspection. The capabilities of these vehicles are astounding. Advanced sonar arrays and environmental sensors allow UUVs to map the ocean floor in extreme detail. Electromagnetic sensors can detect metallic anomalies, such as submarines or mines. Newer models even integrate machine learning to recognize patterns, adapt routes, or avoid threats in real time. UUVs are already being deployed for a wide range of missions. Intelligence gathering in contested waters, where manned submarines would be too risky. Mine countermeasures, detecting and disabling explosive threats silently and without endangering human divers. Persistent surveillance, maintaining an invisible watch over strategic maritime choke points. But some UUVs are going further, testing offensive capabilities. Beneath the surface, from deploying
a new
sensor-laden
era
torpedoes
begins.
to acting as decoys,
What was once science
or even
fiction
delivering precision
is now
strikes.
U.S.
Navy doctrine. While most of these
From deep-sea
operations
surveillance
remain
to
classified,
autonomous strike capabilities,
leaked Pentagon reports,
the ocean floor
and
has
DARPA
become the
projects
front line
hint
of
at a
tomorrow's
near
conflicts.
future where robotic subs
These
will
machines
be fully
don't
combat
breathe.
ready.
They don't sleep,
In essence,
and they never
UUVs
blink.
give the Navy something it's
Unmanned,
never had before.
unrelenting, and
The
often
ability to
unseen,
see and act in the deep
UUVs are
ocean,
quietly
continuously,
rewriting the rules
silently,
of naval power,
and without putting lives
but this
at risk.
technological leap comes with
The
consequences.
question isn't whether
As
they'll be
nations
central to
deploy
future
ever more
warfare.
advanced,
It's how far we'll let them go. The silent threat. Unmanned underwater weapons. Beneath the surface, the ocean hides more than intelligence gatherers and surveillance tools. It now conceals lethal weapons, unmanned, autonomous,
without warning,
and increasingly capable
as we move
of
deeper into
independent
this
action.
unmanned future.
The
One
concept
thing
of
is clear.
unmanned underwater warfare
The next great
is no
battles
longer
may not
theory.
be fought on land
The U.S.
or in
Navy
the air,
is actively
but in the
developing
silent,
UUVs
unseen
not just for
depths of the
reconnaissance,
ocean,
but for
Stay
direct
informed.
offensive operations.
Stay curious.
Imagine a submarine-sized
Because beneath the
drone
surface,
that can launch torpedoes,
the world is changing
plant naval
fast,
mines, or
and
jam
it's
enemy
only
sonar
just
systems,
beginning.
all without a crew on board. That future is fast becoming reality. One major example is the Orca XL UUV, developed by Boeing. It's designed to operate autonomously for months, capable of carrying payloads ranging from surveillance equipment to weapons. Other programs hint at even smaller hunter-killer drones that can be launched from larger vessels or submarines to seek out and neutralize enemy threats. But with autonomy comes risk. As UUVs gain offensive capabilities, questions about control and accountability intensify. If an unmanned system misidentifies a target and launches an attack, who is responsible? What if communication is jammed and the vehicle operates based on outdated intel? The prospect of autonomous kill decisions underwater, where human oversight is limited, raises serious ethical and strategic concerns. Unlike aerial drones, which often operate under human supervision with live video feeds, underwater drones are largely fire and forget. Once deployed, they rely on onboard programming to navigate and complete their mission. That isolation makes fail-safes critical, but also harder to implement. There's also the deterrent factor. UUVs with offensive capabilities can silently lurk near adversary coastlines, ports, or naval bases, posing a constant, invisible threat. This could trigger a new underwater arms race, where countries rush to deploy their own fleets of lethal drones, further destabilizing maritime regions. As nations navigate this uncharted territory, the line between defense and provocation becomes dangerously thin. The ocean may be silent, but the decisions made in its depths could echo across the world. The future of naval warfare. A new era of autonomy. The integration of unmanned systems into naval strategy is no longer experimental. It's becoming the new normal. With the rise of UUVs, the U.S. Navy is shifting from traditional dominance to autonomous superiority, reimagining how missions are executed, risks are managed, and enemies are deterred. Tactically, UUVs offer major advantages. They can scout ahead of fleets, identify and clear mines, and operate in environments too dangerous or remote for manned submarines. They serve as force multipliers, extending the Navy's reach without adding human risk. Deployed in swarms or networks, they can create automated detection nets, or even respond collectively to threats using pre-programmed protocols and AI coordination. Strategically, this autonomy introduces a paradigm shift. In contested areas like the South China Sea or Arctic routes, UUVs enable persistent monitoring without escalating tensions through human presence. They can operate close to enemy waters for extended periods, watching, recording, and reporting without the political or human cost of a traditional sub. But this evolution isn't happening in a vacuum. Adversaries are adapting too. Nations like China and Russia are heavily investing in their own autonomous underwater fleets. The race isn't just about who builds the best UUVs. It's about who integrates them most effectively into larger doctrine and decision-making frameworks. This shift also complicates traditional rules of engagement. How do navies respond to autonomous incursions? Can an act of aggression by an unmanned system be considered an act of war? And who is liable when a machine triggers conflict? Amid this uncertainty, the Navy is also exploring hybrid strategies, using UUVs alongside manned ships and submarines in coordinated operations. In the future, a single mission could involve an aircraft carrier, a manned submarine, and a network of autonomous underwater drones, all working in real time toward a common objective. It's clear. Autonomy is not just a tool, it's becoming the foundation of a new naval doctrine. And while machines may lead the charge, the decisions behind their deployment will define the balance of power for decades to come. From silent depths to global impact. Unmanned underwater warfare might begin in the shadows of the ocean, but its ripple effects are global. The development and deployment of UUVs are not just shaping military strategy. They're influencing science, industry, and international policy. The same technologies powering the Navy's most advanced UUVs are being adapted for peaceful applications. In oceanography, autonomous underwater vehicles are mapping unexplored seabeds, tracking climate change effects, and monitoring endangered marine ecosystems. In the energy sector, UUVs are inspecting undersea pipelines and offshore rigs with greater precision and less risk than human divers. Infrastructure inspection, search and rescue, and even archaeological exploration have all benefited from this silent revolution. What began as military innovation is becoming a tool for humanity's deepest exploration efforts. But these civilian uses don't erase the challenges. As UUVs become more capable and more accessible, proliferation risks rise. Commercial-grade UUVs could be modified for illicit activities, smuggling, sabotage, or espionage. The line between military and civilian use blurs dangerously, making regulation and oversight more urgent than ever. This raises a key question. Who governs the deep? Unlike airspace or land borders, the oceans remain one of the least regulated domains on Earth. As unmanned systems multiply beneath the waves, international agreements and cooperation will be essential to prevent accidents, escalation, or abuse. The U.S. Navy continues to fund research, collaborate with defense contractors, and test new platforms. But beyond that, there's a growing need for public awareness. Because the technologies being tested today will define security, privacy, and stability tomorrow. Unmanned underwater warfare represents one of the most profound shifts in modern military history. It merges stealth, autonomy, and endurance to give navies new eyes and new weapons beneath the waves. And while the systems may be silent, their consequences are anything but. The future is already swimming beneath us. The question is, are we ready for what it brings? Beneath the surface, a new era begins. What was once science fiction is now U.S. Navy doctrine. From deep-sea surveillance to autonomous strike capabilities, the ocean floor has become the front line of tomorrow's conflicts. These machines don't breathe. They don't sleep, and they never blink. Unmanned, unrelenting, and often unseen, UUVs are quietly rewriting the rules of naval power. But this technological leap comes with consequences. As nations deploy ever more advanced autonomous systems beneath the waves, we face new questions about accountability, escalation, and the fragile balance between innovation and control. Will these machines make us safer, or will they usher in a new kind of silent warfare, where conflicts begin and end without warning? As we move deeper into this unmanned future, one thing is clear. The next great battles may not be fought on land or in the air, but in the silent, unseen depths of the ocean. Stay informed, stay curious. Because beneath the surface, the world is changing fast, and it's only just beginning.